What's up, Eagles fans? It's your boy Uncle Gino coming back with the Friday Night Final. Going live here in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, Hot Springs, home of the Tigers. Crownpoint went on the road here today, and at the beginning of the week, I was expecting the Crownpoint Eagles to be playing at full strength. What I mean by that is no changes at this point in the season. Tonight, there was a big change. The biggest change being quarterback. We have we had number one moving into the quarterback position, and it was a rough night. It was a really rough night for our newly minted quarterback. I believe number 18 had some injuries in Tuhachi that needed to be looked at. So the offense was sputtering, and I tried to do my due diligence. I was taking notes throughout the first quarter, all the way up until the back half of the second quarter. And at that point, it took 3 minutes to break our Crownpoint Eagles team. First was a touchdown, interception return touchdown. The second was a strip six. So there was a 12 point, there was a 14-point swing right before the half. It only took 3 minutes, um, and just some really unlucky play. Some like homie didn't jump on the ball. Homie didn't jump on the ball, and just little small mistakes added up to about 22 points by half. Crownpoint played this game really good. It doesn't sound good. The final score was 42-6. Uh, a lot of that can be held to the quarterback play, of course. Uh, Getting a change this late in the season with a fresh quarterback is gonna stress your offense, and it showed today. The other side of the ball, the defense really showed. I knew number five was going to be an issue, and like clockwork it went. I know a lot of listeners out there. They're like, Eugene, you're a jinx. You went for Tuhachi last week, they lost. You went for Crownpoint this week, they lost. I don't play the game. I don't play the game. I just predict it from what I see, what I've seen. Defense in this one held on as much as they could. Still getting destroyed through there. Uh, I'm not losing hope. This is a non-conference game to a Southern opponent who just came off a huge beatdown and needed a win at their homecoming. We came here. I guess it was their homecoming. They came. They played for the crowd. Uh, that's how it went. Um, but aside from all that, it was a game that I really want to put behind me, like right away. Because it was it was a good solid quarter and a half.
Didn't matter.
It was a good solid quarter and a half of good Crownpoint football. Once that interception turned into points, and once that ball hit the ground and it was recovered by Hot Springs, it smoked this team. And going forward, I'm glad this loss happened today, because we have 2 weeks until we got to play through. And we're gonna. I'm looking at this now, right? Because we are now going into our district games. We have a bye week this week. I have some breaking news. We'll be experiencing a new quarterback coming. This next, the rest of the season is going to be put in the hands of a new quarterback this late in the season. How I feel about it, I was running with 18. I was injured his hand. What can I say? We are really depleted at quarterback at this time. But McKenzie has been moved up to starting quarterback at this point, and I I have mixed feelings about this. He played tonight and didn't show up. It was a forgettable game, forgettable debut. Uh, two interceptions, one going back for 6 points, a couple of fumbles. I changing position, I get it. You know, my brother over here, he giving him an earful. You know what I mean? The captain is giving, hopefully, our new starting quarterback some much needed uh, criticism. Hopefully, it works in our favor here. Um, okay, so if I had to put these next coming games in anybody's hands, yeah, I'd probably give him the ball too. Uh, Recognition has to become an issue. Routes are going to become something. Your line protection is going to definitely come into play. Uh, the low snaps, how to work those. Uh, it's going to be a hard position for him to change, but at least we have this bye week. Okay, so Crownpoint goes down to to Truth or Consequences, New Mexico's. Gets smoked 42-36. Okay, that's behind me. That's yesterday's news. The things that have happened in such quick succession since Wingate have completely changed the season, and now we gotta kind of put our faith in uneasy hands right now. Right now, if we can run the rest of the season out and blow up, if we can get his confidence up and keep him healthy and upright, and work on his throwing motion and his anticipation and his touch on his passes, I think we're gonna have a good shot. We're gonna have a good shot at it. I would like we kind of have to put the ball in his hands at this point. Would I, if I had any other choice? Probably not. I give him a little bit more developing time, but we are in the middle of the season. We can't go back. We can't go back to yesterday. We can't go back to last week and say we're going to change anything. We're going forward. So I'm going to put my faith in the number one's hands and see what his arm is capable of. I mean, what can we do? We have a good running game, solid blocking. We are going up against our division foes right now. And I'm looking at this. I'm looking at the standings right now. Okay. So Hot Springs 42, Crownpoint 6. Let's go ahead and smoke that one. Non-conference is out of the building. Like I said, this might have been a tune-up for playoff game football, and these boys got smacked in the mouth. And the way that they come back from that is going to really be dependent on what happens this next week in practice. I have confirmed from one source this new quarterback change, and we seen it tonight, and it was not pretty. There was a lot of, made some good decisions, but made a lot of bad ones. I'm done. I'm done with this game until probably Monday. This one stings. This one hurts, man. Personally. Okay, so tonight, Thurul 40 to Ahachi 0. They had an implosion. What did I tell you last week? What are they going to play for? Nothing much now. From inside news codes, like the coaches got into an argument, started fighting. Bam, they're done. What a spectacular implosion. They had a really promising season, and I think once they lost to Crownpoint in Crownpoint, obviously they had fight. I guess they got into a brawl, whatever. That's not my team. I'm just saying, like I said, they have a lot of issues going forward, and I was just talking about the players' point of view. I wasn't talking about as a staff. Okay, so Thurul smoked to Ahachi, so they're feeling pretty good. 40-0 to Ahachi. They probably walked out of that one. This. Look at this one. Newcomb 60, Wingate 6. We play Wingate on the road when we come out of this bye week. So if Newcomb can put up 60 Wingate, I think that this might be a godsend at this point in the season. I like playing our division and having them be so weak at this point might be doing wonders for his confidence. If the quarterback can get comfortable and get some dubs under his belt, I think we can get on this run. That really kind of depends on the players. How are they going to respond to this loss? I mean, they could easily go ahead and look at Max Preps themselves. How are the boys going to respond to this loss? I don't know. I really don't know. I hope that they go ahead and hit this week and fix all their mistakes and work with the new quarterback. We're going to need some points in bunches because Theroux Newcomb put up 100 points tonight. Tomorrow, I guess Cuba's going to play, so I'll be really interested to tune into that one. Uh, but as far as everything else in this game, it was really forgettable. Like I said, I was taking notes. I was doing my due diligence up until till the bottom of the second quarter. After that, I just stopped taking notes. After it got to 28-6, I stopped taking notes. I was just hoping that they would get into some type of rhythm. It didn't happen. Didn't materialize. These boys, they came to play. Like I said, they wanted this one. They needed this one. This was their playoff game. This was their homecoming. Of course, they're going to play 110%. We just happened to end up on the wrong side of that one. So, going forward, we are still 5-2. Hopefully, Cuba can drop a few of them, and then when we go head to head with Cuba, we'll have some tiebreakers, man. I hope so. I hope so, because right now we are actually taking 2 steps back from where we were a week ago. Not only is our quarterback changed, but our defense has just got smoked, and our running backs room's confidence has dropped. Line did the job that they had to. Both ends, defensive and offensive line, they did their job the best they could. They were just on the field too long. And the long drives and no payoff. I think Crownpoint had possession of football about nine possessions and only showed about 6 points. So we are playing, like I said, we're playing a Southern team. They are some of the best in the state. If this is the level of competition they're going to be bringing, I think it's going to be just a district championship in our future. I want a title. I want a title. And how often is it that we're going to have this combination of players with raw talent? I don't know. It could be another 5 years until we get another team of this caliber. Um, so I'm really interested. So until then, it's a Friday night final. I covered our teams, our rivals, but I'm kind of worried. But I can't go back to yesterday. We can only go forward. And going forward, we need to become this bowling ball. We just need to go through these teams, get our chips, stack our dubs, and wait for playoffs. Even though we're just chasing Cuba, I'm not really worried. Yeah, we're gonna play Theroux. I don't. I think it's been 3 years since Theroux's beat Crownpoint. I think they're on a win streak on that one. Newcomer just smoked. Wingate just got annihilated. So maybe they're not as good as advertised. So we need to take this and run with it. And I wanna unleash this new quarterback. I know he's my little brother, but we're gonna need some points, and we're gonna have to see what he's got. Because quarterback is very important, right? But if we can get him tuned up and we can give him some playoff experience, give all of these boys a taste of playoffs, I think we can have a very strong team for the next 3 years. But let's go. We need this. We need you guys to fix the offensive play call. Like not the play calling. Execution. Execution on the offensive side of the ball needs to become a priority, especially with a young quarterback that doesn't have confidence after you drop 36 points on him. So going forward, that's going to be something we're going to look at. I want to stay on this practice. I want to stay on the practices for the Eagles for the next couple of days, over the weekend. I'm gonna see if I can get a hold of anybody else close to the game. But Crownpoint Eagles, we traveled. We got checked. We got checked. But we're getting back up. We got knocked the F out. But we just need to get back up and get back on it, man. All right. Peace out. God bless. Friday Night Final. Uncle Gino out.